Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Joel Kinnaman.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for College of the Desert's State of the College. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, I proudly welcome all of you to this virtual event. I would first like to take a moment to recognize our Board of Trustees. Chairperson Aurora Wilson, Vice Chair Ruben Perez, Clerk Dr. Bonnie Stephan, Dr. Fred Yount, B. Gonzalez, and Student Trustee Larissa Chavez-Chaidez. I would also like to recognize the invaluable contributions of the College of the Desert Foundation, their Board of Directors, and the leadership team of President Bill Chenowitz, Vice President Barbara Fromm, Treasurer Tom Minder, and Secretary Marge Dodge. Our virtual format this year has a new look and a new feel, but it still takes an extraordinary effort and considerable time and resources to create such an event. Thank you, College of the Desert Foundation and Moss Companies, for making this virtual State of the College possible. At College of the Desert, we strive to remove barriers and overcome obstacles to ensure everyone has access to the quality education necessary to create tomorrow. It was almost 1 year ago to the day that we faced our biggest challenge in the history of this fine institution: the closure of all on-campus instruction and activities due to the coronavirus pandemic. Despite the daunting task before us, there was no question that the entire College of the Desert community would need to rise to the challenge, ensuring a rapid response to this new reality. This massive effort began with the leadership and direction of the Board of Trustees. They demonstrated the fortitude necessary to make changes and continue educating our students. This was truly a campus-wide effort. Through the expansive work of our faculty, staff, and students, College of the Desert successfully shifted to a fully remote learning environment in a matter of weeks. It is a testament to the flexibility and focus of the entire community to create student success. The coronavirus pandemic has affected all of us, and many of us have lost family and friends. As vaccines offer promise in the fight against COVID-19, it will continue to impact our way of life for the foreseeable future. But it will not waver our resolve to provide the education and resources needed to help students across the Coachella Valley create tomorrow and better their lives. Let's take a moment to look back at how College of the Desert adapted to COVID-19 and forged a path forward.
Each and every day, College of the Desert uses critical thinking, creative problem solving, and innovation to overcome challenges. In March 2020, when local health officials ordered the closure of college campuses due to the COVID-19 global pandemic, College of the Desert and our community responded. In the months that followed, we created tools and solutions to effectively adapt and pivot. The goal was to minimize disruption for students and provide uninterrupted instruction. We immediately moved classes and labs online. More than 400 faculty members underwent virtual training on remote instruction to learn how to transition to online classes. The rapid distribution of technology to students and faculty, including Chromebooks, laptops, and hotspots, ensured everyone in the campus community possessed the tools necessary for a successful distance learning environment. Campus life and support services also transitioned online. Library textbooks were scanned for online accessibility. Labs moved into a virtual environment, and services such as mental health and career and academic counseling continued through teleconferencing. A newly launched College of the Desert smartphone app kept users informed through campus updates and connected them with the services they needed to navigate a remote college experience. Not all classes easily lent themselves to remote learning. For example, when nursing students were excluded from clinical rotations due to safety concerns, we secured an emergency exemption from the Board of Registered Nursing to reduce clinical hour requirements for nursing students in direct patient care and allow for more simulated hours. This allowed nursing students to work on COVID-19 phone banks to help others while gaining the experience necessary to complete their degrees. The college's coronavirus response went beyond academics. The Early Childhood Education Department introduced a free online parenting course for students who were caring for their children at home while attending virtual classes. College of the Desert's partnership and community education program offered 10 free professional development trainings to the public. Options included website development, effective communication, steps to a successful job search, small business marketing, and more. College of the Desert also helps students on a personal level. When the college received $7.5 million in CARES Act funding, almost half was dedicated to directly support students. During the spring semester, more than 1,700 students received grants of $864 each. In summer, almost 1,200 additional grants of $417 were distributed. The grants to students who lost jobs or faced reduced hours due to COVID-19 helped them cover food, utility, and other expenses so they could remain in school. These responses demonstrated the determination and flexibility of students, faculty, and staff under immense pressure. In less than 3 weeks, College of the Desert made the transition from a bustling campus to a vibrant distance learning educational institution. It is easy to see why our efforts were hailed as one of the best community college pandemic responses in the state. College of the Desert faced the challenges of a tumultuous year and became even stronger as a result. The lessons learned show anything is possible as we work together to build a better future.
As you just saw, COVID-19 has changed the way we approach education, but it has not altered our mission. Despite the significant challenges presented by the coronavirus, College of the Desert has made immense strides forward with numerous achievements in the past year. Removing barriers to education remains one of our primary goals. In fact, it is the inspiration for our enormously successful EDGE and Pledge programs. While finances are part of that equation, our diverse community faces numerous social and societal challenges as well. To better help our students overcome these barriers, College of the Desert continues to expand our dedicated resource centers. One shining example of the development and growth of these efforts is the Black Student Success Center. Opened virtually in March 2020, the center started as a student charter of the statewide African American Male Education Network and Development Organization, also known as A2MEND. With an expanded role beyond scholarships and tutoring, the newly named Black Student Success Center assists with everything from helping students cope with microaggressions to events celebrating Black culture and heritage. Another area where College of the Desert has adjusted to support diversity is through the establishment of the Dreamer Resource Center. More than 900 undocumented students at College of the Desert now have a dedicated support system to help achieve academic success and better their lives. The Dreamer Resource Center provides academic advising, counseling, and student referral services and a welcoming environment. In addition, these students can receive California Dream Act application assistance, scholarship resources, and informational workshops. This is a reflection of our commitment to embrace and serve all students across our diverse community. An example of this includes our partnership with the California Indian Nations College, a collaborative effort developed to expand the knowledge of Native and non-Native students and develop their leadership potential. I'd like to introduce you to Celeste Townsend, President of California Indian Nations College.
Manahu, hello, my name is Celeste Townsend, President of California Indian Nations College. At SYNC, we empower students to advance Native American cultures, language, and sovereignties. Our work promotes vibrant Native, local, and global communities. This is the heart of Southern California Indian Country with 5 federally recognized tribes in the valley and another 5 in surrounding mountains and passes. It is therefore a natural home for a tribal college. As a new college, we are grateful for our partnership with College of the Desert as we work towards obtaining initial accreditation through ACCJC. COD has been a crucial partner for our growth, providing not only a structure to ensure all of our courses are fully transferable, but also sharing their guidance and expertise. Though California has the highest population of Native students, not one of the 32 accredited tribal colleges is in this state. Tribal colleges are unique in their focus upon Native students and tribal needs, including tribal governance, preserving American Indian culture and languages, and infusing the curriculum with Native content, pedagogy, perspectives, and thoughts. Native Californians have experienced exceptional challenges with education, something that was historically used as a tool for colonization. As a result, American Indian students have the lowest college going rate in the state. Only 50% of California Native high school graduates go on to college, and only 15.2% of American Indians have college degrees. SYNC students are especially proud of their college and the work we are doing to change these numbers. This pride and comfort that they feel at the college encourages them not only to enroll, but to recruit their fellow tribal members as well. The partnership between SYNC and COD has experienced exceptional growth in each succeeding year. We had a 162% increase in undergraduate students from fall 2018 to fall 2020. Even with the COVID-19 pandemic, our spring 2021 term had nearly 10% growth in undergraduate enrollment compared to the spring 2020 term. The success of the partnership between SYNC and COD benefits not only our students, but also Indian country, the Coachella Valley, and the state of California. Our graduates will undoubtedly become leaders in their communities. As leaders and educated tribal members, they will be the backbones of these strong, vibrant Native communities. They will also protect their homelands through tribal consultation and advocacy. Our partnership is essential to a healthy and prosperous Coachella Valley and California for everyone.
Thank you, Celeste, for that look into how together we can support our Native communities. As we face life's adversities, many of us turn to family for support and guidance. This is especially true for teens and young adults as they gain responsibilities and begin to embark on a life of their own. Those in the foster care system don't have parents to turn to in times of need, finding themselves on their own once they turn 18. Faced with a fight for survival, many skip a post-secondary education out of necessity to find work. To help these students navigate these challenges, College of the Desert established the Foster Youth Center. Thanks to the generous support of Jim and Cynthia Williams, these students now have access to resources and a support system encouraging them to succeed. These are not the only students who sometimes struggle to find their place. Many LGBTQ+ students don't have family support due to their sexual orientation. They can be left to fend for themselves financially, and the struggle to make ends meet can be a true detriment to their education. To help these students create tomorrow and remain on a path toward success, the CV Pride Scholarship Fund helps these students cover tuition and living expenses. Thanks in part to the generosity of Bill Tumulty, students receive between $500 and $2,500 in assistance. This fund continues to increase each year, offering brighter futures for a growing number of students. When we talk about achievements over the past year, one of the most noticeable advancements sits at the very heart of our Palm Desert campus. The International Fountain of Knowledge, dedicated to Dr. Ronaldo Calian, has undergone a full restoration. It stands as a monument to his mission to encourage all people to better their lives through education. Next to this fountain, we find another monument to a family with a proud tradition of support for College of the Desert. The newly renovated Hill building stands once again as the campus library, following an immense renovation and modernization project. Let's take a look now at how this building has transformed from one of the oldest buildings on campus to a modern marvel for our students and faculty.
The HILB and Campus Quad are now ready to accommodate our growing student body as we advance into the next half century and beyond.
I must thank Jean and Justin and Hild for helping College of the Desert realize this vision. We would like to recognize their daughter, Rosemary.
Oh, it feels great. It's a wonderful honor to see the legacy that my parents have left. I'm just going to tell them how proud they should be for what they've left. They've done something that's really important, and I believe their contribution was the first $1 million contribution to a community college. And that's just amazing. You know, they didn't pick a sort of society type charity. They picked something that's really going to help the people of the community.
The updated building more than doubles the size of the current campus library and improves functionality by adding more natural light and creating a modern study space. Being rebuilt to environmentally sustainable standards while maintaining its iconic mid-century modern style. At the Hill's doorstep is the International Fountain of Knowledge and Campus Quad, a place for students to gather. The Fountain of Knowledge is more than a decorative feature. Named after Dr. Reynaldo Carrion and designed to represent the pages of an open book, it stands as a symbol of his dedication to providing educational opportunities for all. Knowing the challenges he faced due to his Mexican-American heritage, Dr. Carrion dedicated his life to helping others. He co-founded what is now JFK Memorial Hospital in Indio and was a benefactor of College of the Desert. The Fountain of Knowledge was dedicated in his honor in 1984 to inspire all students as they passed through the center of campus.
The new Hill Library and the refurbished International Fountain of Knowledge and our various student centers are just the tip of the iceberg. College of the Desert is poised for unstoppable progress with both our facilities and our academic programs. Joining me now is Jeff Baker, our current Vice President of Student Services. As you may know, I will be retiring at the end of the month. Jeff will become the Interim Superintendent President of College of the Desert until a permanent replacement fills that position. Jeff first joined College of the Desert in 2016 following an extensive educational career that includes leadership positions at Ohlone College, Las Positas College, and Grossmont College. Jeff's depth of experience assures all of us that he will guide us down a path to continue the legacy of student success at College of the Desert. I've had the privilege of working with Jeff for nearly 2 decades in different capacities in higher education. And he is committed to the mission, he's committed to our students, and he understands the direction that the college is moving forward on. Let's take a few moments to explore some of the big picture issues for College of the Desert, starting with student diversity.
Thank you, Dr. Kinnaman. The Coachella Valley is arguably one of the most unique places in the country, if not the world. We welcome visitors to enjoy our festivals, hike in the mountains, and explore architectural wonders as we feed people around the country through our farms. We have pockets of extreme wealth and extreme poverty. That diversity is reflected in our students. The great equalizer for all is education. Whether it is helping students gain the knowledge to advance to a 4-year college or learning the skills necessary to build a career as a nurse, firefighter, auto mechanic, chef, or any number of trades, College of the Desert helps our students reach those goals. Our growing number of focused student centers exemplify the vast cultural backgrounds of our students and our commitment to putting all students on equitable footing. We're creating a workforce pipeline for the future to help strengthen the economy and the community. College of the Desert will continue to expand these resources throughout the Coachella Valley and adapt to meet the changing needs of our students. Speaking of adapting, there were a lot of changes this past year, especially with the abrupt shift to online education due to the coronavirus pandemic. And while COVID-19 forced a rapid transition, the integration of online learning has already long been underway. Even if our campus is fully reopened tomorrow, online education would remain a part of the curriculum. Online classes benefit students by reaching them where they work and live. They also provide flexibility, allowing students to work on their studies at times convenient to them. We will adapt to the changing needs of our students by seeking opportunities to offer online learning and developing hybrid classes that consist of both online instruction and in-person experiences on campus. As we look at classes returning to campus, we know adjustments will take place to accommodate new safety standards. The changes to campus life extend beyond simply adding sanitizer stations. We need to consider physical spaces in classrooms and common areas to increase the distance between people while still allowing for meaningful interaction and exchange of ideas. This process involves an assessment of our facilities to make sure they have the flexibility to meet safety standards now and in the future. We're also looking to technology to reduce contact in high traffic areas, which could mean more automatic doors or touchless water fountains. These are all considerations as we renovate existing spaces and build new facilities.
Thank you, Jeff, for that insight. I look forward to seeing how your leadership will guide our ongoing success at College of the Desert. Innovation and technology will play a major role in all projects moving forward. One of the most impactful projects in development at this time is the new Coachella Valley Scenic Project, a valley-wide internet service tool built from scenic fiber, capable of transferring data at over 100 gigabytes per second. We've invited Coachella Valley Economic Partnership CEO Joe Wallace to highlight some of the benefits of this new community resource.
Hi, I'm Joe Wallace, the CEO of the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership. 3 years ago, the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership learned that Amazon would not consider any locations that did not have at least 1 gigabit per second internet speed available for their second headquarters. We saw that as a call to action. Since that time, CVEP has partnered with the College of the Desert to assess the digital infrastructure in the Coachella Valley and to craft a plan to address our needs for digital infrastructure from one end of the valley to the other. The Corporation for Educational Network Initiatives, or CENIC, is a world-class network that operates at speeds up to 400 gigabits per second, and the College of the Desert is in the process of installing the CENIC digital infrastructure across the Coachella Valley. This will be our connection to the world. CENIC will not only enable local students to communicate at the speed of light, it can also light up our public schools, libraries, cities, and economic development initiatives that are supported by the College of the Desert. CENIC is about more than just helping students. It's about helping all of the people of the Coachella Valley by creating the customers of the future who need high bandwidth to live and work. Much of that work will be as telecommuters for the technology businesses that are headquartered elsewhere. From medical image transmission to esports to developing applications for the Internet of Things that has been called the Fourth Industrial Revolution, securing this digital infrastructure is our ticket to technological prosperity through educating a workforce that is capable of thriving in the coming world of digital business. CVEP and the College of the Desert are proud to be partners in expanding this critical technology across the valley to elevate the possibilities for a future without limits. It all starts now.
Thank you, Joe, for bringing us up to speed on the latest developments of this innovative project. Technology and innovation are also at the heart of the new Palm Springs campus. Work is progressing on this ambitious effort, which will add an accelerator space, as well as a learning hotel for our hospitality and culinary students. It will also provide facilities for the Center for Digital Arts and Media and introduce an architecture program through a partnership with Cal Poly Pomona. Let's hear from Jean Marie Gath, principal at Pfeiffer Partners, one of the architects who will help turn this vision into a reality.
Hi, I'm Jean Gath, a partner with Pfeiffer Partners Architects. We're the advising architect on the new College of the Desert campus. In 2025, after 2 years of planning and design and 2 years of construction, residents and businesses from the greater Coachella Valley will be welcomed to the College of the Desert's new, highly innovative Palm Springs campus. The campus is the first of its kind destination learning hub focused on the needs of students and industry partners throughout the valley. Whether a guest at the Learning Hotel, a student at the Culinary Institute, or an employee coming for a special training session at the Center of Excellence for Healthcare Education, visitors, students, and faculty will find that education is ubiquitous and learning occurring not only inside the facilities, but also throughout the 20+ acres of landscape and open space. The Accelerator, the cornerstone of the campus, offering over 100,000 square feet of space, including the iHub, a technology lab with over 250 computers, an innovation maker space, a digital media center, the Center of Excellence for Healthcare Education, and a wide variety of large, flexible instructional space. These active areas are complemented by informal areas for studying and socializing, all of which are open not only to classes of the college, but equally important, industry partners who can reserve any of the spaces throughout the Accelerator for a few hours, a day, a week, a month, or even longer. Space throughout the accelerator is flexible, both in its physical configuration, but also in its programs and schedules. The multiple flexible spaces are able to quickly convert from one instructional style to another. Movable walls allow for reconfiguration at the touch of a button, allowing, for instance, a 1,000 square foot room to quickly and effortlessly be combined with several others to create a large exhibit area for an industry showcase, while converting later in the evening to a special event space for corporate leaders staying at the Learning Hotel for a brainstorming retreat. The iHub Technology Lab is a centerpiece for education, supporting everything from one-on-one learning to group instruction, tutoring, and skill development. The lab can be reconfigured as needed to accommodate scheduled classes, a workshop with industry partners, individual study, or group collaborations. Located front and center in the accelerator is the Innovation Maker Space. This is a highly creative space equipped with computers, robotics, digital software, large screen monitors, 3D printers, and related technology. It offers a place to explore one's creativity in a collaborative setting. Here, young entrepreneurs can work with industry partners in developing prototypes, experimenting with digitization, exploring alternative methods of innovation. The Makerspace provides users access to a wide range of high-quality equipment. Also housed in the accelerator is one of the college's signature programs, digital media. The Digital Media Center provides a place to learn the art of digital production, with equipment constantly updated to meet the ever-changing needs of the digital world. With a TV studio, green screen, editing rooms, and 2 screening rooms, the Digital Media Center is both a place to produce product as well as to showcase it. The spaces and the equipment are of the highest caliber, comparable to any professional facility found throughout Southern California, making it a popular facility for students and businesses alike. In addition, the 2 state-of-the-art screening rooms, as well as the various flexible instructional spaces, are open for use by the community, including in conjunction with the Camelot Theater for the Palm Springs Film Festival. Finally, another of the college's signature programs, the Center of Excellence for Healthcare Education, is housed in the accelerator. This program and the spaces support it allows students and healthcare professionals alike to learn real-life scenarios through digital simulation. Several simulation labs with associated observation rooms and control rooms can be reconfigured to mimic a health clinic, a hospital room, an ICU unit, a surgery suite, and the like. Here, those enrolled in the college's nursing program, as well as at working nurses, come to the campus to learn about and to practice specialized skills from subject matter experts delivering training using the latest technology. Local area hospitals will be partners in much of the training that will occur here, and therefore have been consulted in the design of the center to ensure spaces, equipment, and technology meet the needs of hospitals, clinics, and the medical profession throughout the Coachella Valley. 2 large skills kitchens, a workforce ideation space, a training dining facility replicating what students will encounter in the finest of restaurants throughout the Coachella Valley. And finally, a large demonstration kitchen where visitors can watch from a viewing area as top chefs demonstrate their gastronomy talents. North of the Culinary Institute is the Learning Hotel, the first of its kind anywhere. Its finishes, as well as its level of service, is 4-star quality and above. A training ground for students at all levels, with facilities designed such that students can shadow professionals in all areas of hospitality offerings. Open to all visitors and residents throughout the Coachella Valley, as well as hotel guests, will be a restaurant, showcasing a wide range of culinary offerings. Phase 2 of the campus will focus on the creation of an event center. Like other facilities throughout the campus, the event center will serve industry partners, a highly public, easily accessible amenity offering a variety of meeting spaces, the largest of which is a multi-purpose space accommodating 400 plus persons in a banquet setting. A full-service kitchen will meet the needs of patrons using the event center. An outdoor amphitheater is one of the focal points in the landscape. Its gracious tiered lawn-like seating can be rented out for special events, concerts, or lectures, while also used on a daily basis by students gathering in small groups or looking for a place to relax between classes. The entire landscape and open space distinguishes campus from any other, providing a wide array of indoor and outdoor classrooms and small contemplative areas for students to study or socialize. With the most advanced technology and state-of-the-art digital equipment supported by the highest bandwidth in the Valley, connectivity within the campus as well as to partners throughout the region allow for integrated learning, VR, ER, IA, and initials we don't even know of today. For instance, students in the culinary program's kitchen lab might be receiving live instruction from a top chef in one of Palm Springs' premier restaurants. Working with the digital media program, the class is then broadcast to a large screen backdrop in the outdoor amphitheater. Completing the experience, students will serve up the results of class to passersby. Finally, evidence of the college's commitment to sustainability will be everywhere, from EV charging stations to self-serve hydration stations. In addition, the campus will generate much of its own energy, using solar panels to meet over 50% of the college's annual energy needs. This is just a hint of the campus to come, a destination learning and training environment geared toward the needs of industry partners throughout the Coachella Valley and our growing cadre of students looking to expand their educational opportunities. Thank you for the opportunity to share this with you.
Thank you, Jean. Such an exciting project. As College of the Desert expands with new programs and facilities, locations become a notable consideration. Since many graduates will work in close proximity to where they study, it is important to make sure classes are conducted where students, businesses, and the community will see the greatest opportunities. This is why the architecture program will be established at the Palm Springs campus, in a city known for its architecture. This principle applies to other programs as well. The new Roadrunner motors will be constructed in Cathedral City. Moving this program from the existing facility on the Palm Desert campus will place students across the street from the Cathedral City Auto Center, where a large percentage of our automotive technology graduates will work after receiving their education. Other community factors will also help determine facility locations. Rather than build an observatory at the main Palm Desert campus where light limits the capabilities of a telescope, the Mary Reagan Observatory was established at the Mechathermal campus instead. This provides a vastly superior experience for students exploring the night skies. Our classes at the new Coachella Library are part of our mission to make education more accessible. While this location is just a few miles to the Indio campus, the time needed for bus trips and transfers can be a barrier for those without transportation. Course offerings will allow students to advance their education in a more convenient manner. Open space will be a key factor as College of the Desert seeks the most effective location for the new Public Safety Academy. Practice drills and training exercises require a large, open area. This will be a prime consideration when a new site is selected to ensure that there is adequate space to meet current and future training demands. The other significant factor in choosing locations for facilities is the ability to reach students where they live and work. This is the driving force behind our efforts in the East Valley and was the impetus for the creation of the Indio campus. That location proves people will seek educational opportunities when accessible. In just a few short years after opening, the Indio campus has reached its design capacity of 3,300 students. To ensure College of the Desert can continue to meet the educational demands of the eastern Coachella Valley, an expansion project is underway. This will add classrooms and parking capabilities, which would accommodate an additional 5,000 students. The project includes the construction of a child development center, in addition to a new building and enhancements to the current facility. To learn more about the Indio campus improvements, let's check in with one of the architects designing the project, Ken Sawyer, the principal and the higher education practice leader of HMC Architects.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Ken Salyer. I'm with HNC Architects. Happy to be here.
Today I'll be focusing on the proposed expansion projects that are underway at the district's Indio campus. The Indio campus was open to the public in 2014, and in that relatively short amount of time, it's already played a significant part in the college's rapid enrollment growth. The expansion of this campus is a key element to helping the college to achieve its commitment to promote educational opportunities within the district. The existing Indio campus building is right in the middle there, and you can see we're expanding to the north, which is the new building, and we're also expanding to the south with the Child Development Center. Both of these projects together will more than double the size of the current Indio campus. During the programming phase, the design team met frequently with the district to discuss the goals and the visions. This discussion resulted in a set of shared goals that remained at the heart of the design process throughout the development of the projects. The diagrams here identify those goals, and really it fell into three main categories, and that is community outreach, the desire to create a campus, and the necessity of maximizing the opportunities for student engagement. And all of those goals led to a guiding principle of placemaking, really wanting to create a sense of place and a presence within the community as part of the design of these facilities. Highlights include an enlarged student success center with student services. There's a student cafe and dining commons, biology and chemistry labs, another computer lab, the tutoring and academic skills center, and there's also study spaces gathered throughout, and the library/resource center, as well as a large makerspace and an ample outdoor deck. Really, it all is about keeping the students engaged, letting them remain on campus comfortably, and assist them with their educational journey. This area will really create a new center of campus, and that provided social space for students to connect with each other is going to be key. It allows them to, while they're waiting for classes, to study. This large facade of red colored metal panels, and it becomes a signage and branding element that can add to the street dynamic. The new building reinforces that campus presence along Oasis Street, and it continues that city and urban fabric of not only the existing building, but also the downtown Indio neighborhood. All right, now let's look to the south. We're going to look at the other expansion, this time for a child development center, which also includes an early childhood education program. It's just to the south across Requa Avenue. The building, which is about 15,000 square feet and about another 4,000 square feet of outdoor covered area for shade and shelter. But you can see how it's kind of, inwardly focused, and it's protected as a U-shaped plan with outdoor garden walls that really help wrap itself around the two outdoor children play areas. Speaking of children, this program is going to serve about 80 toddlers and preschool age students within the East Valley. To wrap up this overview presentation as we view the entire Oasis Street facade of all the buildings, we know that these capital improvements to expand the Indio campus are going to really help pave the way for College of the Desert to continue its mission in serving the diverse East Valley community for decades more to come. I thank you.
As we talk about successes at College of the Desert, the EDGE and PLEDGE programs are two of the biggest factors helping students create tomorrow. By relieving students of financial burdens, we present an opportunity for them to focus on their education and better their lives. The continued success of these programs relies on the generosity of Melinda Drickey and the Richard Brooke Foundation and the College of the Desert Alumni Association. Without their efforts, the EDGE and PLEDGE programs would not exist. The college has expanded academic programs, services, and facilities. More importantly, we have significantly increased student access to higher education. The number of first-time, full-time college students has increased from 40 to 85%, attributed primarily to the PLEDGE program, which offers all local high school graduates free tuition for 2 years. Because of this, the college has celebrated record-breaking graduation rates for the 6th straight year. While social distancing regulations would not allow us to gather in person for graduation ceremony, a virtual commencement recognized the hard work and achievements of the class of 2020. Please take a look.
Welcome to College of the Desert's first ever virtual commencement ceremony. Graduates, when you started your journey at College of the Desert, none of us could have predicted how a pandemic would change our world. But no one can predict how you will change the world armed with your degree and knowledge you've attained.
You all have inspiring stories that shaped you into the successful individuals you are. We are now better prepared to face anything. Let's continue working on our big dreams. Allow your dreams to reach big horizons and your ambitions to propel you to reach your most desired aspirations.
More than anything, College of the Desert has given me a second chance at life. Through my education and experiences here, I have been able to replace old negative beliefs about myself. Today, I feel successful, worthy, empowered, and intelligent. I am unbelievably grateful to all the students I have met throughout my journey. I could never say thank you enough for all the pieces of hope you have given me.
I really appreciate the creativity and hard work of the Commencement Committee to honor our students. Now we turn to students to provide us insight into their educational journey and how College of the Desert has impacted their lives, creating a foundation for their future success.
My parents came from El Salvador. The pressure was on to get an education and go to college, to be like the first in my family.
My parents have always wanted me to be financially independent from them. It's a little bit harder for me to open up to them about financial struggles since they're already in their own.
I was homeless for a little while, actually most of the year.
I never thought college was an option for me because the finances were always an issue. My mom was a single mom raising 3 kids. My father became homeless when I was only 10.
I experienced some toxic relationship with my parents. They were going through a divorce. It's a little ugly. You know, law enforcement would show up to the house.
At 4 years old, my dad was arrested. I saw him get arrested, and I was placed in foster care.
All these things just happened at one time. I was homeless. The person that I was with got arrested, and I found out I was pregnant.
They just came back and tell me that my husband was dead.
I became in foster care due to abusive family members. I was told that no one loved me and I was going to be here forever. So
it kind of broke me down. But
when I was homeless, I had nowhere to go, and friends came and they said, "Where can we take you? We can't take you to your family." I had nowhere to go. And for some reason, I told them the College of the Desert.
Because of the EDGE program, I've been able to focus more on my schoolwork than having to worry about having to help my parents pay for my college.
I'm in awe of all the goodness that has happened over the last 3 years, and College of the Desert is a huge part of what has helped me get to this place.
So for me to have a second chance, not only for myself, but my kids, it opened up a lot of doors.
the EDGE program has changed my life. It has really opened me up as a person. I feel like I've changed by going through the program.
Coming back to school to College of the Desert pretty much saved me because it gave me all this purpose again.
This is a way for me to be financially independent.
Thank you, College of the Desert, for providing me and so many other students here in the Valley so many opportunities through the Pledge program.
Thank you, College of the Desert. Without your support, I couldn't do it.
Thank you for helping me create tomorrow.
That video is why we do what we do every day. Help students across the Coachella Valley build their future, and through that effort, the future of the entire valley. Serving the Coachella Valley's community college has been the honor and privilege of a lifetime. Being a leader requires you to set the bar high and shed light on the darkness of social and environmental injustice, as well as discrimination in every form. Change is never easy, and these battles are not for the faint of heart. But what fills my soul, and what I remember most, is not the amount of time served or money earned, but the environment we are all challenged to orchestrate that not only practices equality, but also offers an equitable chance for anyone to have a happy and fulfilling life. I am proud of our collective efforts that have improved student success outcomes and resulted in national awards for our academic programs and our governance and planning processes. But what I am most proud of is the ways we have changed our students' lives.